Let me ask you both 5 things. You could give me a yes or no to each of the 5. I want to know your thoughts on these 5 things. 1, CBD oil. 2, alcohol. 3, coffee. 4, marijuana or things within it, like greens, like gummies. And 5, the Beyond Impossible burgers. So 1, CBD oil. 2, alcohol. 3, coffee. 4, marijuana or gummies that have marijuana in them. And 5, the Beyond Impossible burgers. Those 5 things, any thoughts? 2 of you each.
Okay, Dr. Fuhrman, you have the privilege of going first.
My mind must be going because I can't even remember the 5 things. It must have been all those cherimoyas I must have been eating last year.
CBD oil. CBD
No,
oil.
I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you. I got it. I was just making a joke.
Okay.
By the way, laughing makes you live longer, even if your joke is stupid. So even if it's like a stupid joke, it's still good to laugh anyway, All right. Well, let me preface that question with saying anything that has pharmacologic effects has some toxic effects. So I can give you a natural substance that's going to make your heart beat faster or your heart beat slower, or make you urinate more or urinate less, or take away your pain or make you more energy. But the efficacy of the substance is proportional to its toxicity. Healthy things don't do anything to us. You eat broccoli or sprouts, you're not going to feel anything. You're going to feel nothing because it's not toxic and it's not pharmacologic. So we're trying to avoid the need for medicinal substances. So just because a CBD product like THC or CBD could be somewhat put a person to sleep better, then it may be less toxic than a drug, or make it less toxic than an opiate for pain, you still build up tolerance to it. The more you take it, the less efficacious it becomes. It's still not an idea. The idea is not to take things that have medicinal effects. It's to avoid the need for medicinal substances. The fact that it builds up tolerance shows you it's not a health supporting substance. Alcohol is cancer causing. And sure, you can get some bioflavonoids from a wine, but that doesn't make the alcohol in the wine less non-carcinogenic, and you're better off having the flavonoids from food and not from alcohol. So it's not a health-promoting substance. You're better off if you don't have those things. Some people, like you said, are more sensitive and more fragile and have more genetic predispositions, and maybe a lot of people can get away with some of those things, but some people can't. The Beyond Burgers and the Impossible Burgers, and also these new functional, lab-grown meats are probably, overall beneficial to society because people aren't going to want to eat healthy foods and they want to maybe cut back on taking down the rainforest to grow more beef. So maybe there's benefits to society. I'm not against the point of it, but I wouldn't eat that stuff. I'd feel sick if I had it. I wouldn't sleep well at night from all the salt and all the grease. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't digest it well. I wouldn't feel well. I wouldn't recommend it. People have it, especially. I feel it really feels good to feel good. It really feels good emotionally to feel good all the time. And why would you want to take things in your body to make yourself feel worse or be less healthy? To be self-destructive. I don't really get that much, because we're just enjoying our life too much to interfere with that. All right. Should I go to fasting, or you want to?
Coffee, marijuana, and could do fasting also. Coffee, marijuana, and
fasting.
Think
I described CBD and marijuana and gummies. I think it's all in the same. I think I could have said enough about that already. You know what I mean? It doesn't prevent cancer. You're putting in toxins in your body. It's better not to smoke it. If you're eating it in food, it may be helpful to some people who have serious medical conditions, but it's still better if they don't have to take it. It still builds up tolerance. It's still better. You wouldn't need those things. So it's not something that's really health supporting. I don't recommend you taking in CBD, marijuana as a health reason. If you have to do it for medical reason, even that, it's probably it's not probably good to do it long term. Occasional use. If you can't sleep or something under tremendous stress, or you're in pain with an accident, may be okay for temporary use for some of those reasons, but would not recommend for long-term use. Coffee, is okay for some people, but it's not something I recommend either, because even though there's a lot of bioflavonoids and some protective substances in coffee, it still has addictive properties to it. and can cause withdrawal from it. When you try to stop it, you can get headaches. You can mistake the coffee withdrawal for hunger and make you want to eat to eat more to remove that withdrawal symptom of the buzz you get from caffeine withdrawal. I don't like to consume so many browned or darkened or burnt substances in the diet. Maybe a little bit might be okay, but it's not something I recommend people do either, though they do so many things that are worse. And for most people, they eat no beans and no flavonoids and no sprouts. So the little bit of coffee gives them some exposure to flavonoids. Is probably better than nothing for a standard American diet person. But for us, health nuts, I don't think we should. It's not something I would advocate.